Hey, Shawnee from SpeedCubeView.com. So we just talked about block building for FMC, and we made a really quick solution for that. But let's talk about pseudo blocks. So what pseudo blocks are block building, but you're not actually finishing the full block. So here's what I mean by that. Let's scramble this up again. So the way you build a pseudo block is you do a 2x2x1 block, but it doesn't have to be in the correct spot on that layer. And here's what I mean by that. So let's see what we can do with this. So, okay, so I've got this pair here. I'm going to move it up, this orange and yellow over, and then that down. So that was a B prime, and then a D2, and then L prime. Now, we could move this into the right spot, or what we could do is have an edge in here correct, and then just line this up later. So what I mean by that is something like this. I'm going to do, actually, is there a better option before I do that? Because this might not be the best one, but it's easy for right now. Okay, I'm going to do this one anyways, even though it's probably not the best option, but again, we're just kind of moving fast here. So what I'm going to do is move this one into place by doing D prime, L prime, D. Okay, this built our pseudo block, and you can see it looks like a block, but it's just a little off. So how do we fix that? Well, what we'll do is we're going to solve the whole rest of the cube, but we're going to have this out of line the whole time, meaning that right here we would have the green and red yellow corner, but green and orange edge. Now I might be saying, that looks very confusing, how am I going to follow that? And you don't. Here's what I mean. To fix this, we're going to have to do a D move at the end. So we could solve the whole cube, but do a D move. Well, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to leave that right there next to our first one from the first video. And at the very end of the solve, we need to do D. Well, we're going to throw that in at the beginning now. So let's grab a whole nother cube. And what I'm going to do is do a D move, and then the scramble. So that's our scramble with that D move done first. And now I'm going to do the 3 moves, or the 6 moves that we already did, which was B prime, D2, L prime, D, L prime, D. And now, instead of making a pseudo block, we have a real block. So what that did was it pre-moved the what we're going to have to do at the end into the scramble, and now we have a regular block. And so now you can solve it like normal and not worry about orienting at the end or permuting at the end. And they actually call this a pre-move. So now we can continue just solving like normal and not worry about that at all. So that is a pseudo block. Basically, it's a block that you make that's not correct, and then you fix it at the end. But you throw that end one at the beginning, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, just for kicks, let's see if we can find a different pseudo block in here. So I'm going to take this, RU prime F, RU prime. Okay, so we did yellow. I want to find a different one. Let's see if we can use, I don't know, maybe this green one. So I'm going to need the green and orange arts already right there. That actually might make it difficult. I could use orange and yellow. Been using that already quite a bit. What about this one, blue and white? Where's that edge? Where the orange and blue edge? So I could build this orange block by doing first a L prime, and then D prime, and then F. And then I can make a pseudo block. Oh, that's a good one. It's just a L2 and an L at the end. So here's our pseudo block. Did with that. Let's grab one more cube. And I'm going to do the pre-move L, this scramble, and then those 4 moves. And we should have a new block with only 5 moves this time instead of 7. Okay, so I'm going to first do the pre-move L. And then the scramble. And now those 4 moves. So we've got L prime, D prime, F, L2. And now we've got a block. And we only use 5 moves this time instead of 7 for that, or 8 for a regular block. So that is a pseudo block. When I'm solving the rest of this, I don't worry about the block. Now I'll meet you guys in the next video where I'm going to talk about inversions and nis. Thank you very much.